Good evening, everyone. My name is Elena. I'm a color. When you run for office, you're so used to saying your name that you just always get up and go, hi, my name is Elena. I am so happy to be here to have such a wonderful Women's History Day celebration. This is wonderful to be surrounded by a bunch of Democrats that make me feel so welcome and so at home. So thank you for letting me share this day with you guys today. I was going to talk about history, Women's History Month, but Dee Dee's going to do that. So I'm going to just say that today is a very special day because we're celebrating Women's History Month, and that, well, at the beginning, we only used to get a week. We should be very thankful because now we get a whole month. And that, even though President Reagan was the one that started it, I was very happy to see that it's being kept on, and I'm looking forward to see all the great things that's going to happen as we move forward. But we're going to play a key role in what happened with this election. But I just wanted to share a little bit about me. I was born in the Dominican Republic. I moved to the United States the first time when I was 9 years old because my father wanted me to have a better life. But when I came here, I kind of liked it. I mean, I definitely loved Dunkin' Donuts and McDonald's. I thought that was awesome. But I kind of thought if I was going to live and I was going to be poor, then I might as well be poor and happy. And I was poor and happy in Dominican. So I went back, and my family let me stay. And then I was always involved in missions. I would come up with missions. At one point, we had the Pan American Games, and I was 11, and I remember thinking, you know what, I should be able to put together a team for the next game. And all we had was a little green plastic ball, but I really thought in my mind that we really were on our way. So I was always involved in missions, getting people involved and getting people trying to make a difference. As time went on, I came home one day when I was 16, and as I talked to my mom, I came home and she said, you're moving to the United States in about 2 weeks. And I'm like, that cannot happen. I just got my boyfriend, and he's nice, and she goes, you're leaving in about 2 weeks. So I moved to California, and I went to live with my aunt, who was really wonderful and taught me many great things. But when I turned 17, she asked me, how are you going to take care of your mother, and what kind of job are you going to have? And I was like, oh my gosh, Mom, I think she wants me to go back. So my mom said, well, you can't come back. Yes, yeah, you got to have some kind of education thing. And I said, oh, okay. So an army recruiter came to my school, and he said, if you join the army, you'll have a career and you'll have a place to live. I'm like, I'll do it. So I talked to the recruiter, and he said, yeah, we'll give you a place to live. It could help your mom. You got it all figured out. I'm like, perfect. That's what I'll do. I'll join the army. So when I came home and I told my aunt about it, she said, the army? And she said, and I said, I have a job, place to live. I'll be able to help my mom. Got it all figured out. And she said, well, my husband and I were talking the other day, and we think, how about the Coast Guard? I'm like, the Coast Guard? They don't even have TV commercials. So she said, well, just talk to the Coast Guard recruiter and see what it's all about. So I went and talked to the recruiter, and she said, don't forget to tell him you don't know how to swim. And I said, okay. So I said, as we talked, about the Coast Guard, he said, I said, oh, excuse me, I don't know how to swim. And he said, no problem, you'll do fine. They'll teach you that at basic training. And they always talked about basic training. So the week of my 18th birthday, I joined the Coast Guard. And I went to basic training. They just forgot to tell me that was boot camp. Yeah. I got there, and these people were so mean. I called and we get to make one phone call. I'm like, you don't understand. They are so mean. And she said, you're going to be okay. And then the first big test was, you're going to have to learn how to swim in 3 days, so you have to stay here 1 more week. And I was like, okay, so I learned how to swim in 3 days. And the Coast Guard was really wonderful because they teach you to work together. You have to be a team, and you work on a mission. So pretty much it was kind of like a part of me, but I just didn't know it. But it was really good because you advance based on your own dedication. You advance based on your own merit. But what I really found interesting was that regardless of your gender, you could get into any field you wanted to. So that was wonderful. And I had a really, really wonderful career. I started as an E1, and I moved up through the ranks. I ended up moving around from Alaska to Puerto Rico to Virginia, all over, California. And then when I was stationed in California, I had the pleasure of meeting my wonderful husband, Ray. Thank you for all you do for me. Because I always forget him at the end. And I had a family, and the Coast Guard was really, really wonderful. He used to think I was going to have a nervous breakdown when I got out because I loved it so much. But it was really good. And when I was in California, they told me if I went to officer school, I could make a lot more money. And I said, oh, I don't like being an officer. I like being a enlisted. And then they said, like $600 more every month. And I said, where do I sign up for that? And so I went to college at nighttime, and I became an officer. And then I was stationed, when I was an officer, I was a planner. I was the chief planner for the Port of Tampa and the Port of Miami. And I had great jobs and wonderful opportunity. And on September 11th, I was working on a major exercise. It's just coincidence that day that we were testing our communication system. But I really think that the Coast Guard prepared me to be able to work on campaigns because I know how to build teams. I know how to get the job done. I know what the mission is, and I know how to go there and get it. So when I retired, they asked me, what are you going to do? And I said, I love politics. So I was so excited that I was going to get to work on the John Kerry campaign. That was my first volunteer campaign. And I really thought we were going to win. I was at the party and everything. And then my husband said, he loves Florida. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, it's over. You can come home now. So anyways, but I was still very excited and ready to go. And when 2007 came, I went to see President Obama when he came to Tampa. I mean, now President Obama, then candidate Obama. And I really like Hillary, and I really like Obama. But I just wanted us to win. It was just so significant to me. And when I heard him speak, I remember that back in 2004, I had heard him speak, and he had just touched my heart. So I started volunteering. And when they opened an office in Dade City, Florida, if you're ever on that area, you will know what I'm talking about. I knew we were going to win. Because if there was an Obama office in Dade City, Florida, that meant we were going to So I started volunteering, and volunteering went on, and I asked my husband, is it okay if the Obama staff come over in our house? And we ran the office out of my house. So it was great. And I won the 4th precinct I was in charge of. And it was wonderful because my neighborhood has 25 homes and there's two Democratic homes. So it was really great because the next Saturday we play our signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. So I have remained active. Our group of volunteers were 65. We stay friends. And once you become your friend, I don't forget where you live. And I think because I canvass everybody's home, I go and knock on your door and I say, we're back on. And if you don't answer the phone, I say, don't, ignore my calls. I know where you live. I need a phone bank. So anyway, so in September, we started our team building again. We started phone banking. We started doing house meetings. And I'm really excited about everything that we have going on. We really have a lot of work to do. We can't afford, every time that I'm tired, that I feel that I don't have enough energy, I think about Bush supposedly won by 526 votes, and Alex thinks should be in Tallahassee. So we've got to get this done. So what can we do? Well, we gotta have a fund. You gotta have a fund bank. You gotta get registered to vote. Get registering others to vote. Organizing for America has teams everywhere, and they have the resources to manage things all the way through. They have the ability to, when they register somebody, they're going to make sure that that person goes out to vote. And the thing is, when Organizing for America register people to vote, they vote 78% of the time. And if you look at the margin of what happened in North Carolina and what happened in Indiana, it was all based on voter registration. So have they made it more difficult? Of course they have. But we got Organizing for America always has a plan. Well, it takes 48 hours for you to register people. They do it in 24 hours, and they have the resources to manage it too. So please get involved. We really, really need everybody to really work on this. A phone bank at anybody's home, I usually convince it's just once a month. We're going to bring our own phones. We recruit volunteers for you. So no matter what they tell you, you can't really do it. We'll be just one time. And then I call them and go, can we do it next month? And I'll just schedule you for the rest of the year. And then I remind them that in October, it will be every week. But the thing is, we have to do it. We have to work really hard because the president has been the team leader. He has been, a shipmate. And we got to have his back. He needs us. And we can definitely do it together. We can work really hard to make things happen. And we better wake up on November the 7th with President Obama re-elected, because we can do it.